before you even went to No Limit?
So here's what kind of happened. I vaguely remember it, and in some ways I kind of remember it the way I want to remember it. So I'm just saying, for the record, I remember it the way I want to remember it.
Yeah.
So the way this happened is my partner Wild Wayne, who was a DJ, shout out to Wild Wayne in New Orleans. He hooked up a meeting for me and some of the executives at DefJam, and I spit for him. I played my demo, and I remember them showing interest. And the guy was talking to me about coming to New York and possibly signing. And I told him, if I recall, like something like I wanted to think about it. I want some time to think about it, man.
Yeah.
I'm from the South, and as much as I like New York music, I was 19 years old, and I don't know if I was ready to basically move to New York at such a young age and be on my own. I don't think I was ready for that. So No Limit, I knew all of the people at No Limit. So it kind of helped me, it kind of helped in my process of deciding what I wanted to do. I was more of like, yo, I know everybody here, and if things don't work out, I can go home. But if I go to New York and I'm kind of stuck out there by myself, it's like, oh man, I don't want to start robbing people.
Trying to survive.
Yeah, trying to survive. So I just chose to stick with what I consider the more convenient route, and that was getting with No Limit. And
talk to me.
The fact that I also wanted to stand out. You know what I mean? Because at Def Jam, I probably would have just been another one in a sea of artists that has that East Coast flavor.
Yeah.
Whereas at No Limit, I was like, yo, I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb, and that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. When you got to No Limit, at what point was No Limit at that time when you signed with them?
Man, it was like right before everything just exploded. Because I remember it was 96 Bayou Classic weekend. I remember the night of the Bayou Classic, man, Master P had bought up like damn near every commercial spot on the radio. And I thought that was genius. I mean, because at the time, a lot of No Limit records weren't even playing in New Orleans like that.
Yeah.
But the people that's coming from out of town didn't know that. It sounds like this is the hottest thing in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Every commercial break you're hearing, I always feel like.
Yeah.
So it was a genius move. And to top it off, when you left New Orleans, he put billboards of No Limit on the side of the bridge. So this was the first thing you saw coming in, the last thing you saw going out, and you heard these commercials all the time. And I think, in my opinion, Bayou Classic was a big contributing factor into what eventually became the explosion of No Limit.
Okay. Can I Ball? You and Soulja.
Oh, yeah.
My God. What was it like when y'all boys got together in jail, man?
All right, well, for the record, I've been knowing Slim since I was a kid. Me and Slim kind of grew up together, and we went to elementary school together. And Slim crazy as hell. Slim was one of the funniest dudes you would ever meet. He always had jokes.
Yeah.
He would, what y'all use out here? Y'all say capping?
Yeah. Joning. Yeah.
Joning, he would Joan your ass. He knew how to get under your skin.
Yeah.
And, he was a live spirit, man. Slim was around. You knew he was in. If he was in the room, you knew it. It's like he had a domineering personality. And me and Slim basically just got together one night. I was like, look, I got this track, man. I need you to spit something on it. He said, for sure. So he came to the studio and we just kind of put it together. Me and Slim, a lot of people don't know, Slim was a big East Coast fan too. So, me and him, we both was on some lyrical stuff.
Yeah.
Slim's style, a lot of people remember his style and the way he used it, but if you really listen to his vocabulary and his delivery, he wasn't that nice.
Talk to me about y'all growing up together and then being able to take over the world together. What is that feeling like?
Well, the crazy thing is, me and Slim went to school together, then Slim started going in and out of jail.
Yeah.
Slim was really out of his mind. So he started really going in and out of jail. So I would see Slim in spurts growing up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, he out now. Or it got to the point that we felt like he was on vacation when he was out. Like, he on vacation right now. So I see him and he'd be like, man, what's happening? We gotta hook up.
Yeah.
But then a couple months later, he in jail again. So when we got to No Limit, I was like, you straight? He said, I'm straight now, big dog.
Yeah.
That was it. So we kind of just started vibing and putting music together.
Tank Dogs, man. You and Fiend and C Murder. I mean, y'all guys got together and rose hell every time y'all touched down. Talk about y'all chemistry.
Well, the immediate crew, when we first got to No Limit, like me, C, and Fiend just gravitated toward each other. So that was our little clique. And we started calling ourselves Tank Dogs. In fact, I think that came from C. The song Tank Dogs came from C. Like, we got the track, C heard it, he put the chorus on it, he basically came up with the concept of it. And I just wrote my verse, Fiend wrote his verse, and we just kind of went in because, you know, we were basically about to put together a Tank Dogs album. And I think that album was going to be a reflection of the chemistry between me, C, and Fiend.
During that time when in walked C Murder and you saw him come in there, what was going through your mind at that time?
Oh, well, they brought me to the office and told me they were bringing him in there. So it was like, yo, you know, they called me in there and they put me in the room, the administration and stuff, and they was like, look, we're bringing your boy here. And they were like, look out for him. I was like, oh, he gonna be straight. He was like, get out my effing office. We're bringing your boy here, look out for him. And they left. So, you know, it was good connecting with him, not under them circumstances, of course, but, you know, it was someone that I can actually sit down and we can share stories, memories.
Exactly.
You know, but at the same time, it was bittersweet because I hated to see him in that position because he's in what I would consider a worse position than me because he had a life sentence. And Louisiana don't have parole on a life sentence. So, you know, it was kind of every time I left his presence when we were in prison, I just felt horrible, man. Cause I was like, damn, my dog got an L. You know, for me, it was like, man, I'm going home one day anyway. You know what I mean? I actually had an out date. So it was like, you know, regardless of what happened, I do know that I'm gonna see the streets again. You know, but my boy got that L, man, and you know, we talked and he a fighter. He was always in good spirits, and he did a lot of things for a lot of people in prison. Like to this day, you know, a lot of the older guys that are infirmed and sick, C looks out for them. He takes care of them. He handle everything for them. He's in a dorm where he kind of assists all of them. And they love him in that dorm. And, you know, just me being around that and seeing that my boy had a purpose for being in there, and it made me feel a little bit better. Like, Manny is a legend now. I saw him in the early stages, so he was just Manny to me. And he was a guy who made fire tracks. And, you know, I basically sat up night after night just watching Manny do what he do. And that kind of drew my interest for wanting to be a producer myself. So Manny kind of helped me before I met Manny. I just used to write long ass songs. Songs that never ended. And Manny kind of sat me down and was like, look, Lil Mac, you gotta make this many bars. And he taught me how to arrange my songs into like bars and choruses and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to meet my favorite artist, which is Rakim. We were actually in Las Vegas at the Magic Show, the clothing convention. And he was there, I don't know if it was with Carl Kanai at the time, with the Carl Kanai line at the time, I don't know. But I saw him, but I didn't get a chance to meet him. So I just want to say to America and to Rakim, Rakim, I have to meet you and take a picture with you, man, because you really inspired everything I do.
That's hard.
And you were my first teacher because you was able to do something that my teachers couldn't do. You sent me to the encyclopedia because I wanted to understand what he was talking about.
Facts. What's beef? That was another one of my favorite stories ever told on Wax. What is it like when you penning that story to the pad? And then what do you think is the difference between somebody that just gets on the song and starts rapping and a straight up storyteller?
Well, once again, the influence comes from listening to Slick Rick, listening to Scarface. Man, when I first heard Never Seen a Man Cry, I really wanted to change my life. Because I was like, I really wanted to throw my whole notepad away. I was like, man, I can't do that. This is on a whole nother level. So, I mean, there were certain artists over the years that when I heard their song, I kind of wanted to rethink if I really wanted to do this for the rest of my life. Because it's like, damn, man. You know what I mean? So it was hearing those type of things and wanting to either top it or to make something on that level.
Yes, sir.
And Face was one of the best storytellers I ever heard. So when I used to hear stuff that he did, man, I would be like, man. I mean, so when I went and put my stories together, it was like, it got to be as hard or better.
You know what I mean?